If you're someone who wants to become disciplined and get in shape, become the healthier, fitter version of you for good, this video is for you. If you know for a fact that you need to go to the gym and you want to become this version of you that is more confident and attractive, you need to understand that every discipline affects the rest. There's this audio from Jim Rohn on Spotify called Why Not You? It goes for about 17, 18 minutes. And it really changed my perspective on a few things in my life that weren't serving me, such as very high screen time and drinking. I was a very big drinker in 2024. And it affected other parts of my life, my relationships with people. I was chasing a lot of girls, not getting anywhere. Relationship with family was very, very average. I was getting into arguments. Don't want to go into that too much, but just a lot of shit happened. And it's not only going to the gym and eating healthy that you need to do, but the other habits that surround that. All of your inputs throughout the day. Are you scrolling? Are you drinking? Are you smoking? Are you doing these things you know you shouldn't be doing? Because discipline is a muscle that you have to train. Think of an athlete who trains every single day throughout the week, eats right, is so dialed. Their mindset when it comes to anything is, I could do that easy. They're confident because they've trained that muscle and they know that they can just do it because they've provided their brain with so much evidence that they can do it through training, through dieting, eating the right way, sleeping, being strict. And if you don't provide your brain with that evidence throughout the day, it makes it very hard for you to go to the gym consistently and get in shape for good. You know you want to, but there's something pulling you back, and it comes from those other habits. It wires you. Like, instant gratification is real. I noticed in the Christmas period, I was scrolling heaps. And then I stopped reading. And when I stopped reading, I stopped journaling. When I stopped journaling, I became anxious. I couldn't think. It's a snowball effect. And Jim Rohn talks about it in that audio. I really recommend that you go watch it, listen to it, because it is honestly life-changing. And you need to listen to it more than once. You can't just listen to it and be done. It's repetition. You need to impress the subconscious with repetition. That's the only way. But it's often overlooked that the other actions actually play a part, and that's where you go into your vibrational frequency, basically your state of awareness. If your inputs that affect your frequency are smoking and drinking and scrolling, all these things that give you instant gratification, you're probably not going to build a business. You're probably not going to go to the gym. All these things wire and condition your brain in a way that is conducive with those inputs. There's not a lot of people who are very successful who scroll, who drink, who smoke, who chase girls, who do all those things. On the flip side, there's not a lot of people who are out of shape, who read, meditate, go for walks, don't scroll, don't jack up, like stuff like that. Now, it sounds a bit stereotypical and like a stigma, but you can see the direction that those bad inputs take you. You can see what they lead to. And just know that every time you partake in those inputs of scrolling and drinking and smoking and eating poorly, you strengthen that neural synapse. It's called synaptic plasticity. I got that from Charlie Morgan's video. But this shit's real. It will condition your brain to want things instantly. And the gym and getting in shape is not one of them. It takes time. You can lose a few kilos per week. I've got a lot of it in my school community. I'll link it below on how you can do that if you want to join. It's free. But it needs to become a habit. And every discipline affects the rest. Every habit affects the rest. And if you're smoking, if you're drinking, if you're scrolling, if you're doing all these things, you're just probably not going to be able to sustain getting in shape long term, because every discipline affects the rest. It's a great video. Another point I wanted to touch on in this video is that whatever got you to this point, say you are out of shape right now, you're a bit lazy, you're inconsistent, you're not eating the best, and let's say you're you're like 115, 120 kg, and you want to get down to like 90, 80, you want to be shredded, you want to be more confident, you want to be more attractive, all that good stuff. What got you here to this undesired point of being out of shape, being confused, being lazy? What got you to this point all of your actions and your inputs on a day-to-day basis will not get you here. Sounds really, really simple, but it's often overlooked. If you want this desired outcome, you want to be fit, you want to be healthy, you want to be shredded, you want to be able to see your six-pack, you want to look in the mirror and just be like, I am that guy. The things that got you to the point you are currently in will not get you there, so you need to change those inputs. If you're scrolling, if you're drinking, if you're going out on weekends, every weekend, most weekends, if you're being inconsistent in the gym, you need to change those things in order to get there. People are trying to have something for nothing. They are trying to get in shape while still drinking, while still eating a little bit shit every now and then, and you can get away with it. You can go 80-20, but it's gonna make it really hard because you're gonna offset a dopaminergic response every time you eat that shit. The things that got you here will not get you there. You have to change them, and you have to just plug away every day. Bro, you only have to see it through for a couple of weeks, a month, 2 months. Just see it through for January, February, and it will become a habit that will never leave you. You will wire that, oops, see, what do I do there? Turn the camera around. But yeah, you will wire that neural synapse in your brain. It will become thicker, it will become a habit, and it will be really hard to break. For me, I can't not go to the gym. My neural synapse for the gym is extremely thick. I cannot not go to the gym. And you only have to do it for a few weeks until you want to, and then you don't have to any longer because it becomes a habit. It's so important that your habits around that are conducive with getting in shape. This is why when I started going to the gym, I started eating healthier. When I started eating healthier, I started thinking clearer. I started reading. I started helping other people do the same. I had all these positive, what's the word? Like, it's just a snowball effect. It's like all these side effects, and just discipline and being clear-minded, being happy and living a better life just comes as a byproduct of taking that on. And it's hard, bro. It's hard at the start. It is. It's nothing hard in life. It comes like nothing worthwhile in life is easy. And if you're going to change something for good, if you're actually going to get in shape, if you're going to become healthy for good, the first couple of weeks are going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. You're going to be changing your actions throughout the day, and you're going to have something that's going to pull you back. The bridge of incidents. There's going to be a list of things throughout the day that your brain is like, what are you doing? Like, no, come back here. And that's where it's like, you know, when you exit the tabs, I remember on Microsoft where you got to X out of all the tabs and it says, are you sure you want to like confirm this change? Are you sure you want to go through with it? You have to click yes. You're going to come to the point where you're going to go to pick up the phone at night. You're going to reach for the bad food instead of the good food. You shouldn't have the bad food in there, full stop. But obviously that's around your environment and keeping it as clean as possible. But there's going to be things where you're going to be tempted to do that, and you have to catch yourself and become aware and go, nah. And when you do that, I was talking to a client the other day about this. It's been massive for his psychology, his mindset. But when you do that and you go, nah, fuck that, I'm not doing that, and you stick to your guns, I just spat everywhere. You stick to your guns and you stay on track, it starts to wire something serious in your brain. And then you do it again and again and again. And after a couple of times of doing it, you're like, I can't even believe like I've thought that way. And you become a different person, but it comes with repetition, man. You just got to do it every day. You just got to do it every day. You wake up, you go, yeah, I got to do X, Y, Z. You've got a checklist of non-negotiables that you do every day. And to get in shape, eating healthy, doing more steps, whatever. And you just tick them off, and you lay on the pillow at night and you go, I fucking did all of them. And you wake up and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again every day, and soon enough you're a different person within weeks, every day. Within 2-3 weeks you're like, oh my God, how have I come this far? And you're not going to notice it in the mirror straight away, but people are going to look at you in public and they're going to go, what the actual fuck is happening? You're probably going to lose friends from it because you're going to be an outlier and you're going to be different. People don't like that because we live in Australia. If you're watching this, and that's just tall poppy syndrome city. But you know what you need to do, and there's a reason why you don't do it, and it's because the habits and the inputs around your goal outcome are not conducive with that. I see so many people who are trying to get in shape while still drinking a little bit, while still going out a little bit, while still having those friends that just don't do anything for you. Because time's gonna go past, bro. We're literally gonna be mid-year, like that. Like, I can't click on my left hand, but time's just gonna go by. So you're either gonna be the person who gets to your goals and does that just every day, or not. You're just gonna be the same person. You're gonna look back and be like, what the fuck? Like, what went wrong? Don't look at it like, if you have a goal of getting to 75 kg shredded, or you wanna get to like 85k just lean, you don't want anything too insane, but you just wanna be fit and healthy. If you have that goal, sit that up on the shelf for now. Have it in mind. Obviously, you need to have a vision of what you want to look like and what goal you want to achieve, of course, but sit it up on the shelf for now and ask yourself, what are the daily non-negotiables that equate to that goal? What does an ideal day look like? What does an ideal day not look like as well to equate to this dream outcome that I want? Okay, let's have a look. So I have to do 10,000 steps. I have to do 150 protein. I have to do 2,000 calories, like whatever. And you just write it out. I would strongly recommend you write this out and not put in your phone, but write it out. And at night, you just tick them off. You just do it. You just go, okay, I know they've done that. I know they've done that. I know they've done that. And days go by, and after a month, you're like, what the actual fuck? Like, I'm a different person. That's how it works. It's every day. And dude, if you want something you've never had, you need to do things you've never done. There is gonna be actions you have never done that you need to do every day. You gotta move more. You gotta eat healthier. You just have to. There's no way around it. Like, there's gonna be a bit of friction. It's gonna be hard, but like, it's so fucking worth it. And you can develop that neural synapse, that habit, that thickens, and then it just doesn't leave you. It's a habit, and it can form very quickly. You just gotta ask yourself, what is that long-term goal? What does that day look like? What does the day not look like that I'm currently doing? Because whatever got you to this point cannot get you there. There needs to be some things that you stop doing and some things that you start doing. Key word is that you replace them. You don't just eliminate anything without replacing it. But that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed that, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.